She stuck her tongue out playfully. Her every gesture is so cute, it drives me crazy. But today, I want to thank you. Can I do something for you? When she says things like that, it makes me a bit hopeful. My heart pounding, I racked my brain. My name is Matt. I'm a 31-year-old lawyer working at the Thompson Law Firm. I'm a rookie lawyer with only 8 months of experience. You found some really good materials. The one flashing that adorable smile is Nicole, a paralegal aiming to become a lawyer. She's the beloved daughter of the firm's director, James. I decided to become a lawyer and entered the law faculty at college. But I kept failing the preliminary exams required to take the bar exam until my senior year. The preliminary exam has no qualifications or age restrictions. Despite repeated attempts during college, I failed each time. I begged my father to let me try for another year, but he refused. So I joined a small real estate company as a working adult. Dreams don't run away. With this motto in my heart, I continued studying while working, but reality wasn't so kind. If I couldn't pass while dedicating myself to studying in college, how could I pass while working? Determined, I quit the real estate company after 5 years and searched for a law firm that would hire me while I studied for the bar exam. At 27, I was hired as a paralegal at Thompson Law Firm. With the help of senior lawyers, I continued studying for 2 more years. At 29, I finally passed the preliminary exam. Passing this exam granted me the qualification to take the bar exam. Although this qualification lasts 5 years, I passed the bar exam on the first try. At 30, I finally became a lawyer, but not quite. I completed a year of legal apprenticeship and finally started working as a lawyer at Thompson Law Firm at 31. Currently, as a first-year lawyer, I primarily work under the guidance of my seniors while seeking cases I can handle on my own. I want to work as a lawyer soon too. I must pass the preliminary exam this year. I can't let my father down. Nicole, determined to pass, has failed the preliminary exam twice since graduating from the law faculty. Graduating from law school also qualifies one to take the bar exam. But Nicole doesn't want to burden her parents any further and aims to pass the preliminary exam on her own. The preliminary exam consists of multiple choice, essay, and oral exams, each leading to the next if passed. Passing the oral exam at the end means success. But Nicole has twice failed at the oral exam stage. This year, she has again studied hard, passed the essay exam, and is now preparing for the oral exam. Just over a month until the exam. I'm already so nervous, she said, reflecting her extreme anxiety. Her face darkened, already showing nerves. However, passing the essay exam means the chances of passing the oral exam are high. She failed before due to nerves, but she should succeed this time. You'll be fine, Nicole. You can do it. I cheered her on with a fist pump. Nicole forced a smile and mimicked my fist pump, saying, "Yes. I'll do my best." The next day at work, I saw 1 month leave written in Nicole's schedule. She would likely spend the next month intensely studying for the oral exam. One of the significant benefits of working at a law firm is the consideration given for exams. I don't know much about other firms, but James prioritized study schedules for me when I was a paralegal too. He didn't give me a whole month off, but this is his beloved daughter's studies. He must really want her to pass. As I pondered this while checking my own schedule, I saw 1 month leave under my name too. Confused, I stared at the whiteboard until James called me over. Help Nicole with her studies. As soon as I entered, James fixed his gaze on me and said, "What?" I responded stupidly. "We can't afford for her to fail the preliminary exam again this year. To ensure she can focus on studying, I've rented an apartment. I want you to stay there for a month and thoroughly prepare her for the exam. Nicole should already be there." Without asking my agreement, James simply looked at me and spoke calmly. I hurriedly protested. "What are you talking about? A man and a woman in the same room? Did Nicole agree to this?" Although I'm a new lawyer and he's the director, I've known James for 4 years since I was hired as a paralegal. James is a perfect lawyer but a friendly and good-natured guy in private. He has always tolerated my light-hearted remarks with a broad heart. She has no right to refuse, considering she hasn't even passed the preliminary exam yet. Hearing that, I recalled Nicole's already nervous face. Besides, there's no chance of anything happening with you. Nicole prefers handsome guys. I couldn't argue with that. I'm far from handsome, with my plain looks and bulbous nose. Then, how about Emily? We have 2 other lawyers at our firm. Emily, a 40-year-old woman, and Kevin, a 35-year-old handsome bachelor. Emily took the oral exam over 10 years ago. Her information is too outdated. Your knowledge is the most current. He dismissed the idea outright, but I had to ask. Kevin. Before I could finish, James interrupted. Absolutely not. He may be good at his job, but his behavior with women is terrible. That was the answer I expected, so I fell silent. I made one last argument. What about you, James? You're her father. You could certainly help her prepare for the oral exam, just like you did for me. James let out a long sigh. I don't understand. He muttered a single sentence. What? I was puzzled, and James leaned back in his chair. I'm a genius, remember? So I don't understand what it feels like to fail. I don't know how to teach those who do. Even when I taught you, I felt no progress. If he weren't my boss, I'd punch him for that. Well, half joking, but it's difficult for a father to tutor his daughter. Especially when their types are so different. I could understand that. A naturally gifted genius and someone like me who relies on hard work see things differently. James drilled me thoroughly for both the preliminary and bar exams, but his teaching methods didn't work for me. As I was lost in these thoughts, James spoke again. Currently, there's no simple case suitable for you. I've been looking after you for 4 years. So, out of gratitude, your mission this month is to help Nicole pass her oral exam. Now go. Faced with this irrefutable order, I had no choice but to agree. I quickly packed my things and headed to the apartment James mentioned. I rang the doorbell. Nicole, looking exhausted, answered the door. I'm sorry. My father. I hurriedly said, it's okay. I'm sorry, it's me. Can I come in? With that, I stepped into the apartment. The room was bare, with nothing but essentials. No TV, of course. It seemed perfect for studying. But there were still daily chores to do. Cleaning, laundry, and cooking. I'd love to let Nicole focus solely on her studies, but I can't cook at all. I always rely on convenience stores, dining out, or supermarket meals. Can I do the cooking? I enjoy it. Preparing 3 meals a day will be a nice change of pace, she said. Feeling incredibly guilty but also delighted, I eagerly accepted her offer. Since I'm dealing with a young woman, we decided to do our laundry separately. I took on other chores like cleaning and taking out the trash. Nicole cooked dinner right away. It's just the first day, so I made something simple, she said, presenting a delicious omelette. Anyone can make it taste good, she said shyly, but the perfectly wrapped fluffy egg told me otherwise. Not just anyone could make it this well. Every day, I get to enjoy such delicious meals. This unexpected perk made my heart leap with joy. However, studying was a different story. Despite Nicole's solid knowledge, she hesitated when answering questions. Since the oral exam involves a dialogue with examiners, I played the examiner using past questions to practice. When I posed a question, Nicole often fell silent. As the mock examiner, I wasn't sure how long to wait, so I just waited for her to answer. Suddenly, she stood up and rushed out. It seemed like she was crying. Perhaps she felt I was pressuring her with my silence. Panicked, I chased after her. In the chilly evening, I found her sitting on a park bench. I hurried over and apologized profusely. I'm sorry. I must have pressured you with my silence, I said. She shook her head vigorously. No, it's not that. It's just. When a man corners me, I remember my father. Your father, you mean James? She nodded yes slightly. It's always been like that. Whenever I brought home bad test scores, he'd barrage me with questions like, how did this happen, and what will you do next? He'd stay silent until I answered. My father is a genius. So he never understood my feelings. When I couldn't answer, he'd turn away, looking disappointed.